Hey guys, welcome to Good Morning Soul. And today we're going to be covering a sad boy song on Songs I Love. We're talking about Oliver Francis. I reviewed this guy's music. I reviewed 2 of his albums on the Soul Show channel. But if you're not familiar, this guy isn't like that big. He's got like, I don't want to compare numbers, but not a super big guy. Still coming up. But his latest project was probably his biggest and most successful. And on this project, the project is called A Million Miles an Hour. And one of the project's final tracks is Headphones. And to describe this guy's sound, it's a very like white boy rap, very sing-songy with a good amount of trap actually. Like trap influence, I should say. And on some of the songs like he makes are really good. Like they're kind of his own style. Not that many people doing this kind of thing, or at least this particular sound. Obviously there's a lot of singer rapper guys out there, but this particular sound, not that many. And one of his last tracks, Headphones, this one is like he's singing the most on. It's pretty much just singing, and this is like his sentimental song. Like I like how it's placed at the end of the track, like, oh, less people will hear this one then. So Headphones, it's basically about a girl, and I don't know if he's falling out with this girl, but she basically does not seem interested in him, and I'll get more into that when I dive into the lyrics. I always recommend you guys play these songs in the background while I, or at least check them out before you watch it. I know it can be distracting hearing background music, my voice, and another song. But, I do that all the time, so maybe you can do it too. But anyway, we get into the first verse, and we get into this sad white boy song, and it goes like this. I'm spending all my downtime feeling low. She told me you don't know the half of it, 'cause you've been in your zone, you've been on the road, and I know you're dedicated. In the limelight, put it on a show. Ay, shawty, you should tone it down a bit, 'cause that shit ain't cool, and that shit ain't you. But you don't even sweat the small shit. I know that you don't give up so easily, no. It feels like you're letting go. We've got no room left to grow. I've been there before. I'd lay face down on the floor. Give up, don't try anymore. I always fell asleep alone, and when I woke up, you were in my bed, eyes closed with your headphones in, like you never. And this is obviously the hook now. I'm just gonna say this part so I can skip through it. And when I woke up, you were in my bed, eyes closed with your headphones in, like you never really cared about it. Did you ever really care about it? And when I woke, and then he just repeats it. There's another part of the hook that goes, no love for the way I felt, like you never really cared about it, etc., etc. Basically, like at this moment in time, like he realized like he fell asleep alone, like the girl wasn't there. He woke up, and then the girl was just in the bed with her headphones in, like doesn't seem to like, didn't say hi, didn't say whatever, didn't wake him up. So it's kind of like he's in this relationship and he feels like the other person isn't there. Obviously he's not completely the best boyfriend ever, apparently, according to the lyrics. Like he's talking about how he's on the road and how he's doing all these things and he's not making time for her, but then he's not able to make time for her, but she's not able to make like the emotional, like, I don't know, like when you are in a relationship, you dedicate yourself to that other person, and she's just not dedicating herself in the way that like love kind of requires you to. So like he's obviously very butthurt about this, and he's very sad. And we get into the bridge, which is, I know that you don't give up, so it's the same fucking line. So then we get the chorus. same thing. So those are the lyrics. You can get the idea of the song. I know I've been kind of shit talking it, but I actually do adore this song. When I was listening to this album, I got really into this song for a little bit. And, I think I was in one of my depression periods because I was just so, I think, like, my relationship at that point in time just wasn't doing great. And then, like, I a lot of the time, like, lash out with, like, that feeling of the girl in the song where I'll just be distant because I'll be too caught up in myself, or I'll feel like, oh, well, if you're not going to be there for me, I'm not going to be there for you. And at the same time, I was also, like, in Oliver's point of view, where I was kind of, like, getting butthurt, like, about, some stupid shit. But sometimes, like, stupid shit in a relationship is, like, big shit. Like, a lot of times I get, like, upset over, like, weird things. I feel like no one cares about certain things about me, and then, like, I'll take that out on people, and it's just not a healthy thing to do. But in the song, I relate to all of that. I really enjoy, Oliver's auto-tune singing voice, obviously not, like, gold material there, but it is very, like, soothing. It is very listenable and catchy. Like, I like it. If it's either with his music, it's either you gotta get past that, and you gotta get past like, if you don't like smoking or doing all that stuff, he's gonna have a lot of lyrics about that. So if you can get past those, then it's like some really great music, and that's kind of how I look at it. And this particular song is so, like, sentimental, sad, and I've always, like, wanted to make a song like this. And I also really like how, like, Oliver has, like, all these, like, spacey, like, little sound effects, these little, like, do like, little sound effects that he has in all of his songs. Like, and it's all slathered in reverb. It's all, like, very atmospheric. He's obviously trying to go for this, like, stoner aesthetic thing, and he pulls it off really good, and he's kind of carved out, like, a lane that only he is in, and I really like that. Like, he has some really good songs, and I think this is one of his better ones. And, like, there was sometimes you're just at a certain point in life and a certain kind of song resonates with you, and that's where I was when I listened to this song. And obviously when I listen to it now, I'm kind of just like, I'm not in this emotion anymore. It's kind of harder to listen to. But I think just that memory alone, like, allows me to, like, cling to that feeling. And yeah, that's why I love this song so much. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Soul. As always, until next time, with that, I leave you.